Hello and welcome to a new video. Let's go over today's trade. So I took a strangle on FinNifty today, just to what's it called, with two loss, just to get the strategy still on point. And as you can see, I was called exited at break even. This is because the FinNifty was acting very strange today. The moves, if you check the moves on FinNifty, right, in the morning. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this chart. I'm looking at this sentiment here. Such high bullishness, okay? And then it comes back for correction. It doesn't even correct a lot. So I have sold one 19,250, 9,200 put option, and I've sold the 19,350 call option, right? So this 19,350 call option. Now the problem with this strangle is that even though the market sentiment was upside throughout the day from here, these call options here didn't gain any value whatsoever, and there was more credit on the put side. So I pushed my put up all the way till 19,250, and I waited, but there was no and the market was only going up, and the faraway call options were not the faraway call options were not gaining any value. So I didn't want to wait for it to go till 350. And as you saw these kind of crashes here, the small corrections and movement and all that, and I saw that the down movement, every time it moved down, the put options gained a lot of value and certain value, right? Whereas the call options didn't lose any value because they were, I don't know, they just didn't want to decrease today. So the first two hours it didn't make any moves, any reduction. It was at spot, delta was taking place, and I didn't like it one bit. So as the famous saying goes, when in doubt, pull out. I exited from the trade quite early itself, and I was like, I'm still at break even. I'd rather not trade today because I don't understand the strategy and I don't want to risk getting caught in a big gamma move, right? Many chances going to come in the future, and this kind of strategy can be run multiple times. First of all, I'm trading in a low VIX region, so I'm not getting any good premiums whatsoever, so I don't want to risk it anyway. So that was the plan for today. So what about our prediction for tomorrow? How yesterday's prediction, how did it go? So yesterday's prediction was simple, right? Above this you buy, and below this you sell. As you can see, there was no sell, the markets didn't go below this, and it did break over this. And how did I tell you to exit if you had taken this trade? Was just to take the EMAs of at the 5-minute chart, and as soon as you see these trading at the EMA levels, you exit. So how much points would you have got? So breakout from yesterday, pullback, you enter here and you exit here. So around 30 points. If you had a 1:2, 1:3 or something like that, you'd gain a lot more. See from here, it's a 1:4 kind of trade, right? 1:2 kind of trade, 1:3, yeah. So that was all the buying opportunity I would thought actually, because there's not even much momentum, right? And you could go for selling, but the thing about selling is the market is bullish in the hourly, in the daily, and even like in intraday is bullish. So I do not know with how much quantity and strength you can go towards the, what's it called, put option buying, right? So let's move forward for tomorrow's. What do I think for tomorrow? Let's go for the hourly time frame. And tomorrow is simple, right? We'll keep the breakout strategy same. If it breaks out, you enter, and then you use the EMAs to exit, depending on how the momentum of the trade, momentum of the spot is. And on the downside, you can see a little bit of bearishness I'm feeling. I don't know much about it, but the confirmation is going to be below the main swing low, that is at 18,553. This is for a small time correction, right? So this is daily, it's still bullish and it's going to remain bullish, right? So it's like a correction for the short term to continue onwards. And in the hourly, you can see a small correction again to targets, I would say best as around 18,400. It's also the half pattern of the whole thing. So you can see that if it's going to take support, it can take support in that area, right? You can see here. So this is around 18,400, plus it's also this whole area of, you know, previously resistance, now support. And in the daily time frame, you could also see this as a breakout and retest, right? So it's right here, 18,400ish right here. So that is our target for, like, on the downside, right? If this breaks, then you wait for pullback, you wait for it to get wait for 18,550 to get resistance, and you wait for targets of 18,440, and if that breaks, 18,400. Simple. Yeah, that's it for today. Let's check up on our stocks. I had 3 stocks I've put up for short-term buying, and these 3 stocks: the JSW Steel, ONGC, and Polyplex. I do not know about Polyplex. It's kind of acting sus, and it's not going according to plan. So most likely I will cut. I'll decide on what to do after it reaches stop loss, because my stop loss is stop loss, right? That's simple. And ONGC is doing well, so it is traded well since where I bought it. So ONGC targets also are massive, around 20%, and stop loss is only 2.5%, and so I'm kind of happy with this entry. JSW Steel also is kind of similar. I saw the market sector was going well for metals, so I thought, why not find a good metal stock to buy. So that's it. These are my targets for the small swing trade as well, and that's it. Thank you and have a wonderful day.